As chairman of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, Buba Marwa has called on the media to join the fight against illicit drug use in the country. He made this call while on an advocacy visit to TVC Communications as the agency seeks to solidify its relationship with the media in the fight against the scourge. Theophilus Ilama reports.
It's been 2 months since he assumed the chairmanship role of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency. Within this period, several arrests were made, including a suspect that had been on the run for 10 years. From the Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos to Abuja, Kano, Edo and Ondo states, the list is endless. His stop at TVC News is just one of the many stops he's made to media organizations, and the message is very clear. The NDLEA needs partners in progress, and the media remains the most critical to the success of this intelligence-driven agency. The statistics puts at 15 million the number of Nigerians that are under the influence of drugs, a number said to be conservative.
Now we know for a fact that drug use is one of the precipitants of criminality. The people who kidnap and run around the countryside doing banditry, the insurgents, all of them use drugs. Without drugs, 50% of these criminalities will go.
NDLEA as an agency is also partnering with the United States, the United Kingdom, France and Canada to ensure Nigeria gets the necessary support required in the fight against drug abuse. For media organizations where reportage of the agency's activities has increased in the last 2 months, one of the areas of interest is to have access to the stories at the organic stage.
It is something that affects everybody in society, and as you rightly said, every house, every home is affected. So we will do everything we can. We're also going to come to you guys and ask you guys to partner with us because you know television is expensive.
In the last 2 months, Nigeria has witnessed an unprecedented level of kidnappings across the federation. Just as banditry is on the rise too, there has oftentimes been a nexus between these criminal activities and the fact that a lot of the perpetrators are under the influence. In just over 2 years, another election will be held, and one of the concerns is to make sure that all of these loopholes are plugged.
Everyone is a stakeholder here. The media has a very critical role because of the advocacy. People need to hear, and the media is best suited for it. Even when the traditional institution speaks or the professionals speak, still it has to be carried out to the countryside. So I take this opportunity to plead for additional exposure and more publicity. As our activities widen in scope, please come along with it so that the whole country gets sensitized to this situation.
The war on drugs is real, and the NDLEA says it is putting measures in place to ensure that the menace is brought down. With a staggering 15 million Nigerians under the influence, the agency is well aware of the work ahead of it. It is therefore soliciting that everyone joins the fight against this scourge. Theophilus Ilama, TVC News, Lagos.